This is not a poem. A poem would fly off like a kite, would diamond shine the facets of its glory. This is not a poem, not a moment of wonder. There is no eureka shouting, no whispering soft, aha. This is not a poem, onion-layered, showing slow unveilings of emotion, the show that never tells, the message with a rhyme or, if not rhyme, a reason. These words do not love themselves, would prefer to be silent. December rained down lines of lamentations, turning streets to rivers, fields to lakes. Sodden carpets now turned riverbeds, watched their prized possessions floating outwards. Some people retired to the safety of their upper rooms. Some escaped by boat. Others gestured hope from roofs of houses. High on our hill, we heard the rain fall too. The neighbouring field, a patchwork of puddles, awaited the Wellington splashes. The wood was a forest of tears. Even the rain, when the tears stopped falling, the U kept on. Kaddish, Kaddish, Kaddish. My hands were two rakes moving leaf-mould mountains, each leaf a fallen face, each twig a separate story. Every cone sang the song of its pine. Rolling back the leaves, I saw the gold-toothed silver medal of their shining, the blood and ribbon red of threads revealed inside their veins. The browns were the browns of young boys' shoes cast out on a shoe-sole mountain. And the birds gave up their singing. There were flood and severe flood warnings. Windows battened their hatches. The conservatory roof thought itself into a bullet shield as the choking drains gargled back their slow death rattling of dirges. All winter, I raked through the leaves of pages. Numbers showed themselves first. 1, prime. 1 cat, 1 dog, 1 mouth, 1 voice, 1 human life. Monosyllabic words manipulated into Scrabble games. Race, bread, smell, sweet gas, war, crime, gun, corpse, mass, state, rogue, rape, steel, sack, bush, hawk, fly, oil, rack, 2. 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet. 2 meanings for 1 number. For 1 fact. A hurricane takes 10,000 American lives. A great human tragedy. American bombs kill 10,000 people in Iraq. Medium case scenario. Am I enumerate? Do these numbers make sense? Am I illiterate? Do these words hold meaning? 2 syllables. Pol Pot, Stalin, Hitler, army, rations, air force, navy, naming, shaming, playing, killing, minutes, silence, candles, wasting, human, horror, terror, harvest, hunger, starving, swollen bellies, maddest, saddest, sadist. 2 was too hard to take in. And so I tried a fraction. 1915, 1/3 of the Armenian nation were murdered. Next, I tried an image. If you kept 1 minute's silence for each of the victims of Auschwitz and Belsen, you would not be able to speak for another 2 years. Then a quote. Nadezhda, Stalin's wife, before her suicide. You torment your own son. You torment me. You torment the whole Russian people. 5 million Russians had already died. Many fell later in the purges. Surely, in the year of my birth, this must have been a happy place. 1960. 20 million people died in China, forced into starvation. It was then that I made a quick retreat back into the trenches of fractions. 1989, East Timor, 1/3 of the nation died. Too much, it's all too much. Much safer to go back to syllables. Let us find sanctuary inside some simple counting. 3 syllables. History, incident, innocent, shatilla, suffering, refugee, remember, invasion, Holocaust, massacre, genocide, mantilla, Lebanon, Vietnam, terrorist, evasion, wasted lives, wasted lives, wasted lives. Naga Uta, 5 for a pentagon, 7 for luck. The rape of Nanking was a harvest of sorrow. Yellow butterflies fly in hope of tomorrow. Pity the nation for their tempests of error. Ukraine's vast Belsen, all the harvests of terror. Cannibalism drives men to the shallow grave. This moleskin notebook digs words that will never save the man who stares into oblivion, whose blank life is counted in syllables. 10. I have lost all will for counting. I cannot feel or taste the waste of lives, except in objects and in signs and in silence. Hard rain is falling, disguising the sob of the ancient yew tree's cry. Pity the nation, pity the man who carries the gun of a grey-suited plan. Harvest of terror, harvest of sorrow, playing fields yesterday, killing tomorrow. The suicide bomb, the hate of Sharon, the victims of gender and race who have gone into graves of anon and anon and anon. We will remember them. New spin, new speak. We're sick of Newsweek. Our living rooms, sick of political speak, are rolling out futons and laying themselves down to die. New age, new rage, new labour of love that is lost. People who tasted a real waste of life are sick of the gang wars, the stone and the knife, machete and bayonet. They bravely decry all the crime as they sigh. Remember our daughters. Please put down your guns. They're playing with numbers again. And the death toll will slide in the sleight of a spin doctor's hand. Walking back towards the cities, the prophets are leaving their mountains. We walk, they say, between the dark and the light, in a veil of unknowing and knowing. Watch the gnats who dance their dance of corpuscular flight. Feel the credo of your inner candle calling. Set the flame in the window of your eyes. In this naughty world, we need to see your good deeds shining. Let December rain its lines of lamentations. The hawk fly from the bush, the yew tree cry. Let living rooms resign themselves to dying. My eyes will serve as windows for the candles. My voice will cry out, please put down your guns. My heart will beg you, stop this waste of lives. This is not the time to write a poem. This is not a time to play with words.